Okay, hello everyone. Hey girl, hey, all that fun stuff. I'm here today coming to you candid from my old bedroom nonetheless, which I think is pretty fitting because this is where all of YouTube began. But I'm home for Thanksgiving break right now, and I've recently seen a lot of these strip down challenges being done on YouTube, and at first I kind of like brushed it off as a, trending whatever, people are doing it to be, to pretend that, not pretend, but like to seem as though they're, keeping up with what's not trending. Okay, you know what? Never mind. I don't know where I was going with that. But I guess I thought it was something people were doing to conform to like a trend on YouTube. But I actually think it can be a lot more than that. And I finally actually watched the original video, which Jonah Green started this tag as, I'm sure you've heard this 1,000 times if you watch these, but as a response to the Isina, I think is her name, this like model who quit social media. And I kept hearing that when I was watching these videos, and I was like, what even is that? So I looked it up and I finally watched her video today. And I actually thought she made some very good points. And I was like, you know what? I'm actually going to do this too, because I think I have a lot of things that I'd like to say. And this whole video, the point is, if you haven't seen these, is you talk for 10 minutes without editing or background music or anything. Which honestly doesn't seem like too much of a challenge to me, because this is how YouTube was back in the day. When I started YouTube, it was just talking to your camera. People hardly edited. They did, but like not nearly what it is today. And like there was never, the thing of background music was never a thing. I don't know. I think it's just kind of nice. It feels like I'm going back to my YouTube roots in my old room. So I wanted to take this time. I don't have a timer because I'm just looking at the timer on my camera. It tells me when it's filmed, 10 minutes. So we're already at 2 minutes and I've just done the intro, but I wanted to take this time to talk about me leaving. So, see, I can't cut out these little like clearing throats things. And there's always parts of my videos where I kind of just like stare off into the distance for 20 minutes while I collect my thoughts, but that'll just make this more fun. So I wanted to take this time to talk about how I am leaving to go abroad and what that means for YouTube. And I have addressed it a bit. Like I mentioned it here and there in vlogs, and I've mentioned it in a Q&A on my main channel like a month or two ago. So I feel like it's not like a complete shock. I know at least some of you are aware that I am going abroad for 4 months this spring. I'm leaving on January 5th to do a program called Semester at Sea. I don't want to delve too deep into it in this video just because I could go on forever about that. But basically the bottom line is I don't know how I'm going to be able to upload videos and how reliable it is going to be to have a schedule, to have access to good enough internet, to have time to upload videos. And, when this initially crossed my mind and I was so worried about it at first, it was because of money. And it's really like frustrating for me to admit that like I was so concerned about not being able to do YouTube because I'm not able to make money, because YouTube is and should be so much more than that. And it's just like, I understand, like I get that, and I am obviously like really still kind of stressed about like what it's gonna mean for my channel and how, I'm not gonna be as consistent for you guys and things like that. But bottom line is, it's so sad to me that like the first thing that what came to my mind was how is this gonna affect money. And I mean, I don't think it's any secret that like most YouTubers, their primary source of income is YouTube and all things related to YouTube, social media posts and everything like that. So I just kind of like had to step back and stop and think like, is this really like, what? Like, it's just so sad that money is the determining factor of this. But I think it's also like not just a YouTube issue, but a greater issue in general. This is probably gonna go like way off the map that I don't really need to touch on, but that's just like, it may seem disappointing, but that's literally how the world is. And like, we live in a capitalist system where everything you do is like in pursuit of money. And you might think, no, I don't do this because of money or that, but like everything can kind of be connected to money. And it's just like, if you think about it, how sad is it that your first instinct and your first move and thought and reaction is, how will this affect money? And maybe that's not everyone, but I definitely, I don't know, I consider myself to be very conscious of things like that, but it still gets to me, and it's really frustrating because like, as much as you don't want to participate in that, or you don't want to contribute to the society that's totally overrun by money, you can't escape it. We talked about this in one of my classes. We were talking about, I think my teacher was trying to explain patriarchy. If you've ever taken like a women's studies class or anything like that, patriarchy is basically like the system that prefers males over females, but that's just a very short explanation of it. But basically she was trying to explain it, saying like, she was asking like, can you escape patriarchy? And people were saying, yeah, like you can be aware, blah, blah, blah. But she's like, okay, think of it this way, can you escape capitalism? And, you know, when you really think about it, everything you do, like it's just the system you live in and you can't escape, because everything you have, everything you wear and do and go and see and everything like that feeds into a capitalist system. So it's like, it's just scary, you know, like you always think of having individual choice and agency and everything like that, but like everything you do is because you want to make money. So that was a very long tangent. I'm already at 6 minutes and I feel like I haven't even touched on the point that I want to make. But so me leaving YouTube, I mean, I say that it sounds scarier than it is, because I don't think I'm going to have to leave YouTube. But when I stopped and thought about it, I don't want to make YouTube videos just because I want money. And I know that's not the only reason why I do. I obviously love it, and I don't want to have to explain this to you guys because I feel like you get it. Like, I honestly love interacting with you guys and making videos for you and everything like that. But it's just like, when I hesitate and stop and think about money, that's like when I need to step back and really reevaluate like what this is. And I know every YouTuber is gonna say, I'm not doing it for the money and this and that. And you might not even think it, but subconsciously I feel like that's kind of a driving force that, you know, you might not want to think that that's why you do things, but that's just how it is. So, going on, I was thinking, you know, it's going to be so hard to live because I'm going to be on a ship, and every country I go to isn't going to have necessarily the most reliable internet, and I can't like have uploading videos on the ship. The internet on the ship's not that good. They only have email basically. So, you know, I'm thinking I'll be in big cities like Shanghai and things like that where I'll be able to find internet. But then I stop and think, is that really how I'm going to want to spend my time while I'm there, like having a chance to explore the world? Am I gonna want to have to drag around my laptop and look for cafes and sit and maybe upload for 2 hours while I could be spending it doing something else? And that's when you kind of just have to think about the balance of what you value in your life. I'm not trying to make this like super deep or profound or like anything like that. This is just like my thoughts and I kind of wanted to put them in words. Is, you know, time is money. That's the thing. I feel like I'm just going on a rant about capitalism, but that's not what this is supposed to be. But I value experiences and I value time and value, you know, going out and doing things that I might not have the chance to and seizing opportunities at the moment and things like that. And if I stop and, you know, sacrifice that time that I could be experiencing something new and different to experience, to, you know, put money first and put YouTube first and maybe lose a whole day of exploring a new country to be trying to upload a video in a random cafe or something like that, like, that's when I have to draw the line. Is basically what I'm saying is like, I want to be able to interact with you guys and make YouTube videos while I'm gone for 4 months, but I don't want to have to sacrifice this once in a lifetime opportunity for that. And I'm just saying that like, I obviously will try, but I don't want to make it my #1 priority. And I think it's kind of healthy to step back and focus on my life and my opportunity to travel first. And I hope you guys understand that. And I'm gonna try and pre-film maybe like 4 videos and upload one every month if possible, maybe before I leave, so those can be counted on to go up. And then what I'm thinking right now is while I'm gone, I might try and film like a sit down like video and a compilation of clips of me traveling and my experience, kind of like a vlog, but not really, more professional like, and do that once a month also. So I'd have 2 videos a month. So 1 video every 2 weeks ideally. And the ones that I film there would be the ones that would be difficult to confirm if I'm going to be able to upload them, because I don't really know what my internet is going to be like. So, also I just kind of wanted to react to the, and what is her name? Asina thing. And I actually agree with like a lot of things she said, which might be surprising to you because you expected me to say like I would be nowhere without social media and I, you know, it's like my life and all this stuff, but I really do think that a lot of people let it lead their lives instead of letting it reflect their lives. And I think that's where you have to find the balance is, you know, there's a point where, oh, I'm doing this fun thing, let me snap a picture, put it on Instagram and share it, is different from, oh no, my Instagram's kind of boring lately, I want to spice up my feed, I'm gonna go do this fun thing so I can put it on Instagram. And I think that's where it gets messy and that's where things go, you know, so it's not the most beneficial platform, but I think it's all about like being conscious of that. Like, you should not let Instagram shape your life, but you should definitely have your life shape your Instagram, if that makes sense. So while I'm going on this journey to 11 different countries while I'm studying abroad this spring, by the way, the 10 minutes is up and I'm just gonna keep talking because whatever. I'm not going to seek out opportunities to take Instagram pictures. I'm going to, you know, live my life and go on adventures and document them along the way for myself and then have that reflect on my social media. And I don't know, I just think it's all about your intentions and like you might not think you have bad intentions, but if you're thinking like, oh, I need to go out of my way to take a picture for Instagram, that's like where you need to reevaluate your use of social media. I keep forgetting that I can't edit out these little like clear the throat things. But yeah, so I honestly don't know what even this video was. I just had all these thoughts and I don't even think I got the point across that I wanted to make. But basically, it's not that I'm saying I don't want to do YouTube or anything while I'm gone. It's that I'm saying that I don't want to put that above my adventures and my time in my life to go on this adventure, if that makes sense. So yes, I really do. YouTube is important to me, not just for money, but it's like, I just want you guys to understand that just because I don't like go out of my way and make sure that I upload this video and lose sleep and all this stuff doesn't mean that I don't care. It's just that in this time of my life, I'm going to be selfish and I'm going to say that like these experiences mean more to me than like putting it on the internet. And I think that that could go for a lot of things, not just a study abroad experience or a trip you're going on, but just like step back and live your life before you let Instagram live it. Which sounds really dramatic, and it is really dramatic, but I think it needs to like, yeah, it sounds dramatic, but there is truth to it. And like, even in small ways, if you tweak pictures and things like that, like you shouldn't have to feel like you need to shape them in a certain way to reflect something that isn't real, which is like kind of what Asina was talking about. But anyway, if you haven't seen that video, I actually would definitely recommend it. I know it caused controversy, but I do really agree with her. And I'm not saying like, I'm gonna give up social media and blah, blah, blah. Which I'm not saying that's a bad thing either, but I'm just saying, you know, it's about being conscious of what and why you're posting things. So yeah, that's kind of how it ties into my studying abroad and everything like that. It was kind of just like a relief to say this because I've been thinking it for a long time. And, you know, I don't want this to be like me permanently leaving YouTube or anything like that. But like I said, I just want you guys to know that I do want to make videos for you, and I definitely will be vlogging. That's the thing, is like no matter if I can upload them or not, I'm going to be vlogging my entire experience because I want to have that for myself too. But like, you know, I'm gonna try and find a balance between documenting things and being in the moment. So that's kind of like a struggle that I face, but I love looking back on vlogs, even my everyday life from 2 years ago when I did Vlogmas. So I definitely think I'm going to want to have vlogs looking back on me traveling to different countries like that I would never, you know, have an opportunity to go to otherwise. So I definitely want to vlog a lot, and I just don't know about uploading those. But I'm talking about my main channel here when I'm saying like, will I prioritize putting videos up? Those kind of things. But definitely will have videos on my experience studying abroad. So that's the bottom line. Is what even is the bottom line? What did I say in this video? I don't know. I rambled. I figured that would happen, but I kind of just wanted to let it go. Let it go. See, I would put in the background music of that, but like, no. yeah, I think that's about it for this video. I hope you guys kind of like this. I don't even know if I made any sense or you guys are getting anything that I'm saying. But like if you take anything from this, I think you just need to step back and question your intentions with what you're posting on social media and why or who you're targeting kind of thing. Because it's easy to post something on Snapchat just to be like, oh, I hope this guy from my past sees it and remembers that I'm having more fun without him, or stupid things like that where it's like, doesn't matter, you know, it should reflect your life, not what you wish your life was. So that's about it. I'm gonna just stop talking here before I go into another super deep and not really connected issue. This is really fun. I kind of want to do more things like this on my vlog channel. I do kind of talk pretty candidly on my vlog channel already, but not really on this scale. So thanks so much for watching my rambles. I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye. Be free. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Bye.